What's up, fantasy sports fans? Philly D here. How's everybody doing? Season is half over. Fantasy season just getting started, baby. How we doing? How we doing? Up, down, even? It doesn't matter. We got lots of ball left. Looking at the Week 9 action. What do we got going on here? Deshaun Watson, the top quarterback of the week, playing Indianapolis. You just can't not love it. The kid is on fire. Tom Brady on a bye. Next up, we got Russell Wilson. Wow. Must be like the surprise of the year for me. Wouldn't be surprised if he just goes on a tear. He's a second half of the season quarterback. MVP candidate in my opinion. Getting that nice matchup against Washington. After that, we got Dak Prescott playing against Kansas City. Kansas City got a pretty good defense. Dallas got a pretty good offense. Gonna be a great game. Alex Smith next up playing the Cowboys. Nice juicy matchup. Alex Smith just tearing it up. Definitely an MVP candidate. Derek Carr playing against Miami. Looks like a great matchup there. Cam Newton questionable. He's playing against Arizona. Love the matchup. Arizona pretty much just done. Next up, we got Matt Ryan playing terrible ball against Carolina. Should be a great matchup. Atlanta usually does play pretty good against Carolina. We got Carson Wentz, another MVP candidate, playing against Denver. Yikes. Denver still has a pretty good D. Don't get it twisted. Matt Stafford, I like playing Green Bay. Another team just headed for the dumpster. He may not have scored last week. The price is low. Love it. I like Detroit in this game to bounce back. Marcus Mariota being forgotten. Playing Baltimore. Has a great defense. Should be a great game. We'll see how that turns out. Tyrod Taylor. I love him this week. Price is staying around 59. Getting the new receivers. Got Calvin Benjamin. Was traded this week to Buffalo. Everyone's like scratching their heads on this one. Playing the Jets. Like Tyrod Taylor. Jameis Winston questionable. He's playing New Orleans. Pretty decent defense this year. We'll see how that ends up. Which begs the question, why haven't I mentioned Drew Brees? Drew Brees skipped right over and playing Tampa Bay. Juicy matchup. Pretty high price though. You can never go wrong with Drew Brees. Even if he doesn't score those points, he had a good game. Next up, Kirk Cousins did not play very well against Dallas, and now he goes to Seattle. Youch. Jared Goff played against the Giants. Giants got a pretty decent D. Are they going to show up? Are they not going to show up? I don't know. Who knows? Josh McCown playing Buffalo. Not a big fan of that matchup. Oh my goodness, what a Jacoby Brissett. I mean, he's got to get the toughest man of the year award, that's for sure. Getting just nailed. Playing Houston. Good luck, buddy. Houston's D not really playing too well though, so maybe a nice little matchup. You got the Green Bay quarterback Brett Hundley playing Detroit. Not so sure about that matchup either. Andy Dalton, I mean, what can you say? Playing Jacksonville like lunch meat much. Oh goodness. Alright, let's go up to running backs. Got a lot of juiciness in the running backs this week. Le'Veon Bell on bye. Ezekiel Elliott suspended as of now. Making LaShawn McCoy the most expensive running back of the week, playing the Jets. Tasty matchup. Leonard Fournette, probable, playing Cincinnati. If he does play, I like him. Melvin Gordon, I do not like this matchup. Melvin Gordon on bye. Don't like the matchup, didn't like the matchup. Todd Gurley, I do like this matchup against the Giants. LA, I do expect them to win this game. I'm hoping they win the game. I like Gurley this week against the Giants. We'll see. Mark Ingram having a great couple games playing against Tampa Bay. Should be good to go. Same with Alvin Kamara. He should be good to go. Jordan Howard on bye. Devontae Freeman questionable. If that's the case, pick up Tevin Coleman. Alright? So keep an eye on the matchups. If Freeman's out, Coleman's in. And that'll be great. Christian McCaffrey leading running backs in receptions. Third in the league in receptions. Amongst all players playing Atlanta. Love that. Jerick McKinnon had a great week. Paying dividends for those that picked him up. Playing against Cleveland. That was last week. This week he's on bye. Keep an eye on him for the future. David Johnson reported that unlikely return this season, which is unfortunate. There's Kamara. Lamar Miller, questionable, and he's having a great season too. Had 22 points last week playing Indy. If he gets active, I'd be playing him for sure. Chris Thompson having a great year, probably like the best player on Washington. Going to Seattle. Doug Martin playing New Orleans, nice matchup. Jay Ajayi, the newly found Philadelphia Eagle. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Watch him just stomp Denver too. That'd be fantastic. Gotta love him though. Adrian Peterson looks like a great matchup against San Francisco. San Francisco handing fantasy points out to running backs very generously. In very generous portions. Alfred Morris, the backup running back. Alfred Morris or Darren McFadden, they got them both here. Who's going to get the start? Keep an eye on that. Price $5,500. Dude, they got it both at 9 points here. I don't know who the starter is. Personally, I'm thinking Darren McFadden. I mean, Alfred Morris is the backup, but Darren McFadden has taken that starting role when Ezekiel Elliott was not on the field last year. So that's my take on that. Kareem Hunt, I passed right over him too, didn't I? Playing against the Cowboys. There he is right up here. Gotta love the matchup, but the Cowboys are playing decent ball. They were getting run on, you know, a little bit, but I think they tightened that up. But Kareem Hunt does get the ball like a ton. Can be a good matchup. I can't wait. Joe Mixon. Carlos Hyde, very low priced. I like him this week playing against Arizona. Like I said, San Francisco might actually win this game. Injected some life into them with their new quarterback. So that's fantastic. Speaking of, let's go to quarterback, see how much his bad boy is. San Francisco, newly acquired quarterback. Not waiting on Tom Brady. The New England Patriots rolling with 0 backup quarterbacks, and San Francisco picks up Jimmy. 5,000. I guess he's not getting the start. They're gonna roll with this dude. Why, I do not know. I can't wait for Jimmy. I wish they could have started him. He would have been a nice pickup, especially against Arizona. That would have been such a tasty matchup. If in fact he does start, he'll be on my team. That I can tell you. Alright, moving on to wide receivers. Number 1, Nuke Hopkins having a great season. Look right down here. I see Will Fuller on the first page too. Will Fuller, 11 catches this season, 7 touchdowns. Wow. Pretty impressive. Playing Indianapolis. If you don't want to pay up here, maybe paying up here isn't a bad idea. I'm sure I'll see a pretty cool lineup with Watson, Hopkins, and Fuller. That'd be crazy. Maybe even put some Lamar Miller on there. Holy smokes! How much? Houston might just win this, get 60 points this game. Be careful though. Always be aware of the trap game. Antonio Brown on bye. Julio Jones not having the best season. I think he only has 1 touchdown. But he's getting a chance to play Carolina. Defense, Carolina's playing great ball. Defense, not so much. I mean, they're playing okay. But I mean, it's Julio Jones. Last year, if you remember Julio Jones playing Carolina, I believe he almost had 300 yards. So, he's on my team. He hasn't given up. He hasn't paid dividends yet this season. 1 game against the Patriots, but I think this is another juicy matchup. And I think if Matt Ryan wants to keep his job, you got to start getting the ball to Julio. Next up, we got Mike Evans having a good year. People are hating on him, but it's Mike Evans. Playing New Orleans. He shreds whoever he plays. I love this matchup. I love this game. Can't wait to see it. Next up, we got AJ Green. Price dropping. Playing Jacksonville. You can see why. Jacksonville's defense is playing incredible ball. Michael Thomas playing Tampa Bay. Love the matchup. Love Michael Thomas. Love Drew Brees. Love the Saints. How can you go wrong? Will Fuller, as previously mentioned. Then we got Doug Baldwin. Second half of the season player, just like Russell Wilson. As Russell goes, so does Doug Baldwin. I love the matchup this week. And I like Baldwin, I'll tell you that. Another player, Richardson, second receiver, had a monster week last week. Look for him this week. Tyreek Hill playing the Cowboys. I like that matchup. Amari Cooper. Is he gonna pretty good matchup against Miami? Look for him. Crabtree, same story. Look at all these injuries. Odell Beckham injured. Julian Edelman injured. Brings you down to Des Bryant, questionable. Oh, he's playing, especially against Kansas City. Should be locked and loaded for a good week. Golden Tate didn't have a great week last week. Marvin Jones did. Those Jones boys in Detroit, I like them this week. Jarvis Landry, I love him against Oakland. Him and Parker. Calvin Benjamin, the new Buffalo Bill. See how he goes against the Jets. Juicy matchup. Not sure, the rapport, is it there for he and Tyrod Taylor? Who knows? Tyrod Taylor, though, I mean, you give him an actual receiver, let's see what happens, right? Charles Clay was just destroying the league at tight end. Now we got a 6'4", 260-pound beast on the outside. And we all know Tyrod Taylor loves going deep. I like Calvin Benjamin. It's a long shot. Probably going to be a popular pick this week. I'll probably fade him, but it'll be on a couple teams for sure. Demaryius Thomas. I mean, he had a decent week last week. Getting to play Philly. Who knows? Gotta love those Philly receivers. Aguilar, Alshon. Arizona, I mean, Larry Fitzgerald, I mean, the poor guy has nobody throwing him the ball anymore. They're playing San Francisco. Juicy matchup. Maybe worth taking a shot. Jordy Nelson, no quarterback, same story, playing Detroit. Much better defense. Emmanuel Sanders still questionable, making Thomas even juicier. There's Marvin Jones. I don't understand how his price is low. He got you almost 20 fantasy points last week. Playing Green Bay. The matchups just good. Deshaun Jackson, is this a week for him? Who knows? Funchess now the #1 receiver in Carolina. Price went down on him too. It's curious. Playing Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu playing decent ball. Alshon Jeffrey. Sterling Shepard. Probable. I like him. He's the only receiver in New York. Playing the Rams. The matchup is tasty. A lot of great choices this week at wide receiver. Let's moving on to tight end. Zach Ertz. Travis Kelce. Zach Ertz questionable. He's playing. Oh, Travis Kelce. Great matchup. Playing the Cowboys. Gotta love it. Evan Ingram, very high price this week. You want to take a shot on him? Like, you know, he's the only guy. He's the only professional football player in New York. No, just kidding. Jimmy Graham up there. Tasty matchup against Washington. ASJ. Delaney Walker. Mariota trying to get him the ball. He's just not having his greatest season. Hunter Henry, a fine play. Jordan Reed questionable if he's out. Vernon Davis is in. Playing Seattle. Yeah, but Witten playing Kansas City. Kyle Rudolph on bye. Cameron Brate, gotta love it against New Orleans. Cameron Brate having a great year. Jack Doyle, I mean, he's playing horrible, but he had a good week, so everybody forgot about it. Here's Vernon Davis. Not a whole lot of plays at tight end, for me anyways. Maybe Martellus Bennett against Detroit. Next, we got the kickers. You know what it is. I mean, kickers is always a toss-up for me and everybody else in this game. I like Prater this week. I think he's my pick. Mike Nugent for the Cowboys. I mean, he's okay. McManus. Oh, I mean, they're okay. You know the good ones. You know the bad ones. Try to pick the good ones. They're all the same price. Defense, some tasty stuff all over the place. We got the Jaguars averaging 5 sacks a game playing Cincinnati. Good luck, Andy Dalton. Watch Andy Dalton finally show up and just shred him. Not bloody likely, I hear ya. Tennessee right up there against Baltimore. Baltimore's offense just not doing anything. The Texans against Indy. I mean, pretty straightforward stuff. But you know how we do. We like going down this way, finding our defenses. The Cowboys against Kansas City. I mean, that might be a good play. You're taking a chance. The Chargers way down here against Oakland. No, not the Chargers. I'm looking for the Rams. Never mind. I was thinking this was Los Angeles Rams. It's the Chargers. The Dolphins against Oakland. There's a little trap game for you. Broncos against Philly. Watch the Broncos show up and shut Carson Wentz down. Falcons playing Carolina. If Cam's out, this is a great play, guys. Bengals playing Jacksonville might be a great play. There's someone I am missing that I wanted to point out. Can't find him. But the Detroit Lions, where are they? I thought they were like near the bottom here. I like the Lions this week. There they are, right up here. Playing Green Bay. Green Bay, no quarterback. Should be a juicy matchup. The Ravens playing Tennessee. I like this matchup too. The Raiders playing Miami. That's a great matchup. That Oakland D might just be solidified. The Bills and the Jets. Like, come on now. How are the Bills way down here? The Bills are allowing like 0 points. The Jets D actually getting more credit than the Bills D. That's not right. Saints against Tampa Bay. I don't like it. That's about it. And that's about it for me. Like I said, trade news. Jay Ajayi to Philadelphia, just stacking that team. New England, let's go with Garoppolo. He goes to San Fran, see if he can bring some light to that team. Calvin Benjamin to the Bills. Good luck to everybody this week. No Limit Fantasy Sports is the site. Featuring Joe Theismann tournaments. You can play with Joe Theismann, guys. Overlay always happening in this site. Great site. You could purchase NLC, the No Limit coin, which is a cryptocurrency they use here on No Limit Fantasy Sports. Worldwide, they got soccer, hockey coming in a few days. New UI is dropping tomorrow. So this whole site will be torn down and looking nice. As you see, the tournament's 50,000 NLC. An NLC coin is worth about 20 cents. So this tournament right here, that's a $10,000 head-to-head. 20,000 NLC, that is about 4,000 bucks right there. Here's the tournament. 17 out of 100 entries. Starts tonight. Guaranteed. Lots of coins going around. 9,500 NLCs, about 2 Gs in the pot. If you want to come get a piece, I'm playing in it. I play in it every week. Joe Theismann plays in it every week. Lots of great action. Lots of great tournaments. Can't wait to see you guys there. Use my link. Sign up to No Limit Fantasy Sports. Get a 25% deposit bonus. They give you free NLC for tournament entry. I think you get 20 free coins, about $10 or so, or $4, sorry, just for signing up. Good luck to everybody week 9. We'll see you on the other side.